Trainer Joe, how to lose 60 pounds in 6 months, or in this case, by the time we're filming this video, it'll end right about Christmas time. So,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Let's lose 60 pounds by Christmas. And really, the focus of this video, people like these type of videos. We've done several others, how to lose 100 pounds.
Right, how to lose 50 pounds in 3 months.
How to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. How to lose 20 pounds in a month. People like these. They're practical. And this one specifically, we want to show if people want to do your program, or even if they don't, if they want to do it on their own, what your program would look like.
Yeah, because we don't go into a lot of details about that, and some people are like, can you just tell me what your program would be like if I was in it?
Right.
We're fine. If you can do this on your own, just doing my videos, reading my book, that's great. But you can also do it with my group. What would that look like? What are you going to feel like? We want to give people an idea, if they go that route, what that's like.
Trainer Joe walking alongside you. That's great.
Why do that when you could possibly do it on their own? Because a lot of people are like, man, you could have done this on your own. And you could have, but does it increase your chances of success doing it this way? You know, when I got my eyes lasered years ago, the doctor said, Joe, we can use this old laser, and it's great, but you'll have a little bit of issue here. You'll have a little bit of blur at night, and it's cheaper. Or we can use this better laser, and at night you're not going to have that glare and this and that.
Easy decision for you.
And I'm like, are you serious? Why do you even give me that other option? He's like, well, it's cheaper. And so there's people that, you can do this cheaper.
That's great. All right, we'll get into the practicals of how people can lose it in 6 months.
All right. Should I tell them what it costs?
Save it to the end.
Save it to the end. Because that's pretty good. All right, 60 pounds by six months is a little over 2 pounds a week. What you do when you're in my program is twice a week you're watching me. You get a food list. In the session 1, you get a food list. That's when we start. Everybody's excited. We've got 100, 250 people in the program talking to each other while I'm talking to them. And they're all pretty much thinking, I want to do this. Some of them are thinking, I'm probably not going to be able to do it. I've tried it all before. Some of them are just so excited because they've been watching the videos like, finally, I'm here where this guy can teach me, So what we provide them initially is we have an app. They get in that app. They have our food list. They have ways of checking off everything they're expected to do every day. It's not a high bar, but it's something where they have community. They have somebody coaching them, instructing them, encouraging them. And after a few days, they're like, maybe I can do this, and they have a sense of this is possible more than they've probably had before.
So you mentioned the food list, and people that have gotten your book have seen the food list, but just give us like a 10-second overview. What is the Trainer Joe food list? Because to lose 60 pounds in 6 months, you're going to need to watch what you eat. Food list. What's the type of foods that are on it?
There's about 250 food items, from meat, vegetables, fruits, grains, drinks, everything you would need to live on for the rest of you could live on this list the rest of your life and be very, very content.
So it's not like
but it doesn't have Snickers bars and chips and spaghetti.
It's a balance, but it's a balanced food
very
list.
Balanced food list with plenty of options on there. I have people do this, well, I'm vegan, can I do it? Yeah, or I don't like vegetables, can I do it? Yeah, there's nothing you have to eat, but we do expect you to only eat what's on the list. And people love that because they're like, I don't have to think. I go to the grocery with my list and I get everything on there that I like, and that's what I eat for 3 weeks, because that's a normal program, but this would be for 6 months.
Okay.
6 months living this way. And some people are like, I got to live that way for 6 months. It's like, bro, you're going to have to live different for the rest of your life. You can't keep living the way you're living. And so at some point, people have to realize, you know what, something's got to change in me, and that's what we're helping them with, is a real transformation.
Okay, great. Keep getting practical with us. Food list.
What
else?
So basically, there's 6 things you're going to keep track of. You're going to eat from a food list. You're going to walk every day, or some form of exercise. Great. And we'll tell you how much, but it's not a huge amount. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. I've had people in wheelchairs do this, no problem there.
Love it.
So you're eating from a food list, you're exercising some every day.
Great.
3, you're reading a devotional. We call it rewire your desire. And that's what it's helping you do, is change what you focus on.
I personally love that. As I'm on this pickleball journey of trying to go pro, it is literally my biggest delight to find literature that builds me up and pushes me, and I feel like that's similar.
It builds you up and pushes you. ultimately what you're feeding your mind is more important than what you're feeding your body as far as a real transformation that you're after. You've got to be feeding yourself. So we're nourishing your thinking while we're also nourishing your body. And those two together, that's really critical. Just like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Imagine if you were just going totally physical. This is just totally, if I can be in the, and you're not working on the way you're thinking.
Missing a huge piece.
It's huge.
Okay.
So that's the third thing. Fourth thing is we expect you to drink a certain amount of water every day. And again, it's not a huge thing. Some programs like, we got to drink a gallon a day, whatever. No, but we do want you drinking some water every day. So we have an amount of that. And it's funny how many people say, that's the hardest thing for me is drinking my water. And it ain't a huge amount.
Right.
And it's funny, it's just, and what it kind of reveals is they didn't drink water. Some people are like, well, I drink more than that naturally. And some didn't. And now they drank a lot of Coke. Yeah. And now they're doing that.
All right, so water is another emphasis.
And then the big one is...
I think I know it. Cutoff?
Yeah.
Food cutoff?
The food cutoff.
You're giving them a hard food cutoff every day.
Hard stop.
You do not eat. Well, you can eat 3 things. Water, ice, and steam.
Water, ice, and...
after
you
this...
can have water, ice, and steam.
After this time of the day.
7:30, we stop eating.
7:30, okay.
And of course, you always have somebody, well, I'm a nurse and I work nights. We'll go over what you do differently, but it's not a huge deal. But anybody that's on a normal shift, we stop eating at 7:30. And that's tough because some people are like, well, I'm up till 2 in the morning. Okay, that's your choice. Very few people are like, I have to stay up till 2 in the morning. And again, if your job requires you to work through the night, of course we adjust that for you. But other than that, we're not adjusting it just because you are in the habit of staying up late. That's part of your issue. And what this does is people are living this way for this period of time. It reveals things that they're doing that are choices that they can conceivably easily change to get where they want to go.
That's good as well. Yeah, I like that. Well said. What else?
Yeah. Well, the 7:30 is a big one, and then
that is huge.
And this next one's kind of huge too, and that's keeping a food journal. But what I think's really neat is how much easier that's gotten, because we're flexible with that. So we have the app, and you can use my app for that. But some people love their MyFitnessPal. We will allow them to continue to use that. And some people are really old school, and they're like, I really just like writing this down, and we'll allow that too. But what we require is you've got to write down what you're eating, and that's big because it's. And what's nice now is there's even apps where you can just speak it into your phone. You can take pictures, and it's giving you the amounts. We help you with that. We don't expect you to just do that on your own. We'll tell you, here's a simple way of doing it, or you can do it a way you're already doing it. But we do want you to journal what you're eating.
So you guys are getting the vibes of this. We're laying out right now where you could be taking notes and be like, okay, Trainer Joe said, you got to keep a food journal. He just said, I got to stop eating after 7:30. Got to walk a certain amount. Got to drink. And you could do this on your own.
And suddenly you're like, oh, wow, what will that produce? Well, it's about 60 pounds.
You could
You're going to lose a lot of weight.
You could read literature that's going to help you on this journey. You could do this on your own. You really could. But it's going to be more simple to try this Trainer Joe program, this deal that he has. And it's going to get super practical. He's going to be walking alongside you with this group. And it's a kick butt way to do it. And we highly recommend it. What else?
Well, what's nice, along with what you were just saying, is like we start on a Monday night. And I tell them, I'm like, we're going to meet again on Thursday. I just want you to live till Thursday. We're just going from group to group. Yeah. If you can just do this for 3 days, you're going to get another boost on Thursday. And Thursday, we're like, no, you just got to survive until Monday. Just make it till Monday. And we're back together again.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, well, Mondays, I got this going on. You can watch the video the next day. Okay, so if you can't catch it live, you can watch it the next day. They're always available. I realize things happen, and you're not necessarily going to be there for every session, but you want to make that a priority. And for the people that are like, that's a big priority, I would just ask this question. How has the casual approach been working for you? At some point, when you decide, I really need to do this, my physical life is out of control here, at some point you're going to have to decide, this is important enough for me to really give myself permission to go all in on something. Yeah. You got to give yourself permission, because a lot of times we don't, because we're like, well, I got this going on and I'm busy over here and I'm busy over here. Well, you just stay 60 pounds overweight, because that's essentially what you're deciding to do when everything else is a little more important. than this. If you go 10 days and you don't exercise, you know what we can conclude?
It's not that important to you. It's not.
Everything else you did was apparently more important than that. And so at some point you've got to decide, am I really going to put my money where my mouth is? I say my health is important. I say this is meaningful to me. I say I know what to do, yet I don't do it. We're here to help you make that reality.
Good. What else?
Well, there's a secret sauce. So we give the list, and you check all those things off we just said. You eat from the food list, you walk, you read your devotion, you drink your water, you don't eat after 7:30, you keep a food journal. Those things are all tracking. We do something else that you're not necessarily tracking, and it may be the secret sauce.
Okay. Not going to tell us?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. So a lot of times through the day is not too bad. We're distracted. We're doing this and that. And then 7:30 comes. Kitchen's closed. And then we are going to be up a while. And we're watching shows and stuff. And we're like, man, I am really hungry now. And that's for some people going to be the biggest battle. I'm really needing something to eat right now because they probably didn't eat as much throughout the day as they normally would have. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what am I going to do? I'm just starving here. And it's like, here's what you're going to do. You're going to embrace the hunger.
Embrace it.
Embrace the hunger. I didn't say tolerate it. I said embrace it. And what people begin to find is they do that one night, they realize it's possible, and they wake up happy. They went to bed hungry and they woke up happy and lighter. And they begin to do that as a new routine, and they're like, wait a minute. This is awesome. Because they never wake up starving. They never wake up dead. They wake up and they're like, I thought I was about to die last night. I feel better than I have in a long time. I slept fine.
Let's think and do this again.
Let's just do this again.
Embrace the hunger.
And suddenly,
I like that.
They've lost 5 pounds in a week.
It's like going on the offense. It's like, I'm going to tolerate the hunger. I'm on defense.
Poor
and suddenly
me.
It's like, no, like let's embrace it.
You begin to look forward to that.
I like that.
You begin to look forward to it. Like, this is when I'm burning the corn dog from the 1989 State Fair. Is when I'm finally allowing myself to feel it. When you stop eating for this body and you start eating for this body, what do you think you're going to feel? Great? No, you're eating for the body you want. We're saying goodbye to this body. You're eating for the body you want. Yeah, you're a little bit, you didn't feed that big boy. So you're like, I'm kind of hungry right now. Of course you are. You're feeding little boy. Give yourself permission.
Good. Yeah. What else?
The thing that people are thinking, I'm going to have to give up something precious to me. And that's the thing. It's like, why not do this? Well, because I'm going to let go of something. What is that thing you're going to let go of? What is that thing that you're going to lose when you do this? And the word that comes to mind, and somebody said this to me that had done the program and lost 100 pounds, she said, it's unrequited love. You love the way you were eating. The way you were eating doesn't love you. Doesn't like you, doesn't care about you, doesn't care if you get sick, it doesn't care if you die. And that's the thing you're wanting to hold on to, this thing that cares nothing about you. And you're wanting to, but this thing, I've got this thing, this relationship here. It's like, brother, if you're going to let anything go, let that go. Doesn't love you, doesn't care about you, let it go. We are not asking you to give something up that's important, that's valuable, that's needful. We're asking you to give something up that is literally stealing from you.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's
the deal.
That's good. So if they want to do the walk alongside with you, do the program.
Walk with me.
This deal, 6 months, losing the 60 pounds. How do they do it? How do they sign up?
Sign up on my website. There's a link in the description.
Okay.
When they sign up for the monthly subscription, which is great, it's $59 a month. That's great. If they sign up for all 6 months, one of those months is free. So it goes down to $49 a month. Nice. You know you're in it for 6 months. We would love to have you in there. It's going to work for you if you just give yourself permission.
Love it. So they'll see that on the website, the package deal that you're talking about.
It's right there. They'll see it.
That's good stuff. Well, guys, hope to see you there because we want to see you kicking butt, taking names, and losing this weight and giving yourself the best Christmas present ever. Seriously.
It's a great gift to yourself.
To yourself and to your family.
You'll be so proud.
All right, guys. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts on the video. Are you excited for this? What out of the what, 6, 7 things. The food list, walk, read, drink water, 7:30, food journal. What are you already doing, and what are you like, ooh, that's a missing piece. That's a missing piece. I'm going to start doing that. Let us know. Keep the conversation going.
And one other thing. Are they glad we kind of went through the details? Because I
think
feel
so.
like some people are like, can you just tell us more about the program? Are they appreciative of that, or did they feel like it was overkill with that? I'm
Let us
wondering
know.
about
Let us
that
know.
too. Yeah.
Let us know. I think they'll appreciate the specificness, specificity. All right, guys. Till our next video. Trainer Joe, train your brain
And transform your body.